Hello folks, I'm here in the White Mountains, northern Arizona. It's kind of cold out. I've got here, I would say December 21st, I think, and I'm here till January 7th. So you're not going to see a lot of videos from me due to the sparse internet connectivity out here. But I do want to make a video real quick, and it's about receiving help. And I've always stated that for some, and I want to make sure you heard that, for some, getting and receiving help can be just as addictive as being on drugs. They get acclimated to being helped. It's easier to get help than go out and work. The government pays you slightly more than minimum wage when you combined all the benefits from needing help. To work for all those benefits, it's really difficult, for those folks, to get up at the sound of an intrusive alarm at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning and have to go out in the snow or the cold to get to your job and put in an honest 8 to 10 hours a day. It's very difficult for some people to do that, and therefore they'd rather stay and receive help. And for many, they will create more and more excuses why they need to continue receiving help. Case in point, when a lady, or let's just say a man and a lady, walk into a Social Security, or what? Not a Social Security, benefit, wherever you go to get your benefits. I don't know, and you apply, and you have one kid. Well, I can understand needing help, and as a taxpayer, I don't mind helping you. But then after you start receiving your benefits, you decide to have another kid, and then you go apply for more benefits because you have had another kid. I don't think the taxpayer should be put on the hook for that. The first time with one kid, you needed help. The second time was an act of irresponsibility. And why should the taxpayers be on the hook for people's acts of irresponsibilities? I don't agree with having a child, an additional child, just to up your benefits. Well, overtaxed taxpayer, it's my and my wife's right to have as many children as we want. Yeah, and it is. That is your right. However, once your rights start intruding on the taxpayer's rights, our rights, your rights, cease to be a right. Remember, a right is only if it does not intrude on somebody else's constitutional right. Second point I'd like to make is, again, you can have as many kids as you want, but that doesn't mean it's the right of the taxpayer to provide for those extra children that you so irresponsibly decided that you wanted to have, or accidentally have, or just have for the sake of increasing your benefits. And this can go to people who are addicted to drugs, who are on government assistance. They'll go into a medical office. They'll say they're in pain. The doctor, who's just a legalized dope dealer nowadays, will provide whatever pain meds he or she's getting a kickback on from the pharmaceuticals. Maybe I'm being a little facetious here. So the doctor might say, I'm actually looking around because my dog is out, Hunter. He's been in a couple of my videos. It's kind of cold out right now. There's a lot of predators out, and I want to just make sure he's still behind me. So the doctor will prescribe, here's 15 days, Joe Schmo, of some pain meds. And this guy comes back in 5. Well, I gave you 15 days worth of pain meds. Yeah, well, it wasn't enough. You know, and they always make up excuses to circumvent the limitations of their benefits, is what I'm trying to establish here. There's an analogy. You know, you can have 10 people pulling a cart, and there's only one person in the cart. They're pulling it with a rope. It's quite easy. And the analogy is the people pulling with the rope, pulling the cart, are the taxpayers. And the people in the cart are the people reaping the rewards. For 10 people to help one person out, it's quite easy. But as those 10 people decide they want a free ride, the people pulling the cart gets less and less and less. And it becomes more difficult to pull that cart. I want to talk about legalized burglary now. It used to be a day when people who were hard up, out of a job, not all, please, when I talk in general terms. A lot of your riffraff get addicted to drugs, and or they're unemployed, or a combination of everything. They come break into your house. That used to be called burglary. Breaking and entering, burglary. It was illegal. It still is illegal. Lord and behold, we got politicians who get into office and promise people, hey, I will give you free stuff. The government will give you free stuff. That's legalized burglary, because the government doesn't give nothing. They take it from me. That is called legalized burglary. When I am forced to hand over my money and help people who do not want to help themselves. And don't make me wrong. I don't mind people who genuinely need assistance. It's cold. My tongue and my lips are cold. I don't mind helping people out. I really don't. But when you abuse my help, and when I say my help, I don't mean my help. I mean overall, in general, the taxpayers, the people who provide for those freebies, those services, those benefits. When you start taking advantage, that's wrong. I mean, let's just say my neighbor, hypothetically, my neighbor across the street got a cabin. Hypothetically, they went out and they got into a car wreck or something. They need some help. I don't mind helping them out. But after they take my money, I go over there and I give them some money. What if they took my money to a casino and blew it? Or bought a bag of weed or whatever? Should I continue to help them out now? No. And that is what's going on in society. That truly is what's going on in society. A lot of the people who are on benefits prefer to stay on benefits, and they have cell phones that are nicer than my cell phone or your cell phone. They drive cars. You go to Walmart. You always see it at Walmart. You always see it at Walmart. You're shopping. I know I work hard just like you do. I bet you when we go shopping, our carts are only about a third full, maybe half, and we have to get out of there because, you know, it's expensive. Inevitably, I go to a line in Walmart. I go to Walmart because it's cheaper. I get behind somebody. They have mashed-in teeth, you know, and it's that meth look. You know what I'm talking about, folks. When you could see those folks who are emaciated, or whatever that word is. Some vehicles driving by. They have that drug addict meth look to them. The gray teeth and everything, sunken, the gums sunken back in. There's always somebody like that, or family like that. The entire family looks like that, by the way. Because sometimes it's both the man and the woman, wife. The husband and the wife who's addicted to drugs. They got a cart full of their mind. up to the top, and sometimes overflowing. I've actually seen it where they actually had to have 2 carts. Hunter? No. I'm trying to talk to these nice people here. You come here. I'm going to give you a ride in the microwave. I love that dog. But they'll reach in their pocket and they'll pull out a wad of cash that makes even I envious. Wad of cash. And they pull it out and they continue to dig in their pockets or their purse for the EBT card. They put the wad of cash back in and pay with the wad of cash. I pay. I follow them out. Not follow them. But, you know, I am next in line. I walk out to my car, and most of the time they get into a vehicle that's twice as expensive and nicer than my vehicle. So I don't believe a lot of the people who are receiving help actually need help. I said a lot. That means there are some that really do need help. So anyway, I want to end this video. That's all I got to say. You know, we shouldn't be responsible for people's irresponsibilities. Although I'm sure you and I don't mind helping people who are truly in need of help, but to help them out and help them get out of their irresponsibilities, well, that doesn't teach them nothing. To punish somebody when they're irresponsible, that teaches somebody. But to reward them when they're irresponsible, well, that just promotes their irresponsibility. Folks, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate you watching my videos. Take care, and Happy New Year.